Post-harvesting losses. This is one factor you should consider when growing your onions. In this video, I will be showing you how to build a structure to store your onions. Welcome. So, before getting to the structure, you should note that the onions should be well cured 2 weeks before harvesting. That is from week 10 to week 12. Do not be in a hurry, not unless you have a ready market. But if the prices are low, then you should consider drying them well in the main field and then storing them until the prices can go high. Onions can be stored for 4 to 6 months under good conditions. There is another factor that is not talked about much in the storability of the onions. You should not add nitrogen fertilizer after week 8 so that your onions can store well. Now let's get right into the structure. Number 1, consider security. Your structure should be in a good and a secure place because of course onions are pricey goods. That's why we are growing them. They can be stolen. The other thing is a good roof because water is a big enemy of onions. They can actually germinate or rot, and that will increase your post-harvesting losses. Now here I'm showing you how your onions can be destroyed while in storage. For example, if you are picking the small onions to sell because they are in the highest demand, and then you dig them up like I just did, you'll find that the cover of the onion or the skin of the onion will come out, and funny enough the people will say that these onions are not well cured, so they will not buy them. And who wants to have a good that people can't buy? No one. So actually move them one by one. It is tedious, but it works. Now on the structure itself, you can repurpose any material. Like you can see here, for me, I'm using an old granary wall that was actually made of small sticks. As you can see it down there, and because it was not complete, I added a mesh wire on top, but as you can see the onions can actually fall in between the wire mesh. So to tackle that, I'm using a chicken wire. Let me show you in a few right here. So I'm using a chicken wire so that the onions cannot fall down. The other thing, the other reason why I'm using the chicken wire and the wire mesh, instead of some material like wood, is that there is good ventilation. Even the onions that are down at the bottom can actually get good airflow. This is another way you can put your onions on the ground, but for me here I'm having the small ones. As you can see, they are well dried. Yes, and lastly, avoid putting onions like this in your onions. Even if they are rained on for 1 day or a few hours, make sure you dry them well before you put them in the store. In between time, until next time, have a great one.